Well, HighTac, I've never played much Warcraft 3, so tell me what's so special about Gold Rush?
It has a lot of gold.
Oh! And you rush each other as well?
You can. The bases indeed are very close to each other. Yeah, there are a lot of gold mines. And I mean, we used to play this map sometimes in 4-way FFA games, and obviously there was a bit too much gold there for those games, so we ended up in those horde fests sometimes where players just sat for 2 hours, and that's why we did not. We basically stopped playing it in 4-way, and I always liked the matches here, and so I found it nice to pick this map for this game this season. And spawn wise, because of course you don't necessarily spawn next to your ally in this mode. I like the spawns for this mode because you kind of like, ideally, especially if you get rushed out, because you may have had an not ideal spawn. You can relocate really well on this map close to your allies' main base because you have all those cornering expansions here.
True. So just a disclaimer, we don't know who's playing, we don't know who's teaming with each other, so we don't know if these spawning positions are good for a certain team or bad for a certain team.
Yeah, so we see here, and I think unless it's a bug on my minimap, for example, we see here this seems to be a red expansion next to the expo that blue crept.
Yep.
Meaning it's likely to be one team, I guess,
hopefully,
unless they have really bad communication. And already in the south here, we see an attack by orange on pink. And like yellow is either coming for help or he is joining the attack here. And it seems, yeah, yellow and orange, definitely one team. So they are pushing pink together. And of course, this may look very unfortunate. This is, of course, like the downside in this mode if you are a player that... I guess it can be frustrating as a player if you are attacked by two players and your ally is cross-map and potentially can't help you.
Well, Orange Archmage in trouble, already dead. So the Keeper has to carry this push now against the Undead, who... Usually in FFA we see it all the time, techs with very, very little. This time there's at least a few ghouls here to help against the towers, but yeah, not an easy task at all.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes you may decide in this mode to give up the main base instead of defending it. If your ally is cross-map, it's just too long of a wait to really go for it. But we'll see. I mean, I don't see anyone coming to Pink's help here, so I assume his ally is not purple, or they just have really bad communication. That's like the alternative.
Yeah, I noted down the two teams that we know so far, red and blue, and yellow and orange. So we'll see what happens. Rest is pretty pacifistic and creeps a little bit. Now comes purple.
So, okay, so indeed they might be in one team, which would mean that blue and...
No, blue is with red.
Ah, yeah, you're right, that green and teal are, so that would mean that blue and red is the only split team, spawn-wise.
There we go. Okay.
Of course, you can't TP to your ally either here, so very often we see in the undead case a necropolis in your next to your ally's main base just to have the option to TP there if needed, or to escape with workers alternatively. And of course, Dark Ranger here ideal to defend this, like I guess, but still will be trickier to fight this off.
Yeah, this will be Black Arrow, of course, against all these footies, all the archers. Skeletons are helping already. Holding on for now, but pretty low on the heroes. In the meantime, blue attacks green. And it's doing pretty well thus far. Lots of archers. Mirror image shouldn't be doing too much. But purple is not part of this defense anymore. Had to TP out with the Dark Ranger. And pink is in trouble.
Yeah, it was weakened a lot early on. And obviously there are no more resources for additional ghouls here. And those two towers are extremely annoying to deal with. So we'll need purple's help here ASAP, but might be too late for pink. It's sometimes something we have only seen in few Preteam modes. I would say sufficiently seen in only few of these Preteam modes is that teams are called out, like teams are not called out enough early on. I think in this case I think it could be key for the purple team as soon as they decide that they can't hold this off. They could call them out and make sure that the enemies know right away. And interestingly, and I just realized that orange, yellow, they are the only team without an expansion, right? So very unusual. Normally we see always an expansion early on before this early push.
Yeah, instant rush. Nobody expected that. Obviously not pink. We had a panda falling for blue when he went on green. Oh god, this is so complicated. Jesus Christ. We had a TP there as well. We at the same time have a panda pushing teal.
Ooh, and purple and pink might recover here. I'm not fully sure, but panda is down and purple is doing some heavy lifting here, forcing yellow into TP. So this push might be done.
Okay, they just need to deal with the towers. And oh, Archmage dies. And no reinforcements.
Wow. Great. Great defense here by pink in particular. Obviously, I would say lucky that purple got like so many units early on. But I wouldn't have expected them to fight this off so easily now.
Yeah, pretty good indeed. We switch our attention to the fight in the north. Oh, there's a little blue scout going on. We have blue versus green here. Long fight already. And of course this red expansion, which is looks kind of odd on the minimap, but it's the ally of blue, so it all makes sense. And now yellow and orange are in a world of trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the orange human has nothing basically. So, I mean, obviously pink also in a pretty bad spot, but pink has this expo up, which is a huge plus.
Yeah.
And I would say it's probably is a tactical mistake here by yellow and orange, because those green spots and those natural expansions can be crept so easily. I really don't think I really think it's worth to creep them before this. Even if you want to push this early, it only takes you, I would say, like 20 seconds to creep this. I think it's worth it. And we see the skirmish here between red and teal in the north. Night Elf against Night Elf. And it seems to me as if all those northern teams here, both northern teams, feed each other quite a lot XP with all those treants, illusions. But yeah, no one seems to be dominating really here in the north, at least.
Yeah,
seems to me.
I agree. There was a few heroes falling, a few units falling, but everybody has an expansion. Red has 3 expansions. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah, blue pushed, and in the meantime, red focused on expanding. So I would say red is here in a really strong spot, and haven't even prepped his natural expansion here in the west or the corner. So there's a lot more gold to get for red here. I always like if players take the mid expo first, because usually late game it's very hard to get a lot of gold out of those mines without the tree being killed. Because the center is so contested later on, usually. There are not many strong creep camps here on this map, except those, I don't know how many, 8 orange spots. And we see them being crapped now, and this is the only great item that you can, or the only great item drop on this map. And I mean great in relative terms. There are much better items on other maps, but we see... What do we have here? Scorched Bone Chimes, I think, is the item that Purple got.
Yep.
But we have we have another attack here in the north. Sometimes it can seem like an attack, but then it's just an ally accidentally attacking units of their allies. So we saw accidental hero kills over the years in this mode.
Oops.
of allies, which is always a blast.
Oh, keeper in trouble, but should be fine.
Yeah, no staff, so I'm not sure if I really like the mess. I mean, probably the shamans here only for the dispel of the treants, but I mean, I don't really like it against those dryads here of blue. Like, do you really want that many casters here? And you can't even buff your ally, so I'm not sure if I like that.
Yeah, kind of decent against treants, but that's about it. If you get Bloodlust, then of course it's amazing, but TC falls. Now purge.
Falls.
Mass purge.
Ooh, Hex on the keep. Wow, that dispel was last second to staff out the panda.
Alright, red player getting filthy rich. Same for purple, actually. Why is that? Yeah, he has an expansion there as well, working on the second. Creeping up, hero's looking fine.
And purple, yeah, I think purple in a good spot here. It's on 54 supply though. I would like to see him dropping, unless he's planning to go up to 80. Which okay, he's going up to 80. He's pumping units.
Massive breath of fire. Green's still in trouble here, but turning it around. Nice dispel again, plus the staff. And now it turns around once more. Thank you, Jonas Jardim, for the sub, and thank you, Sol Goodman, for the 15 raid.
And Green in the worst spot here, I would say. The only player with just one expo from what I see. No, that's not true, but I would say Green is, yeah, really in the worst spot. And Red is not really helping, right? It seems Red is playing his own game a bit, but not really helping as much.
Played. Ooh, saved last second. Panda, invite for a breath of fire, can't really reach.
And never mind, Teal is in Green's team. I forgot, right? Yeah, so why isn't Teal helping? Like Teal
is attacking blue at this expo.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem to be the best defense here. I'm not sure if blue cares about this expo, if blue can kill off Green here. So really don't understand that decision, especially, I mean, Teal is right next to Green, so really not a long walk to that main base. And, oh, we see an attack here in the south. But where's Pink? Why is Purple attacking on his own?
I don't know. Pink isn't ready. Still in his base, so 2 versus 1. Maybe Purple is just super duper confident.
But Purple is fighting this really well, but still, I think they could make more happen here if they... I mean, there's always a risk if you fight with your ally that you accidentally deal damage to your ally, but it's still pretty risky, I feel, to fight against 5 heroes. Yeah. Oh, the panda?
Pink is coming in now, finally.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah.
With feeds and statues, DK4. No third hero yet, I think.
Ooh, what a kill here. This is looking grim for yellow and orange. And in the meantime, in the north, blue is finally up against 2 players here, so Teal is finally helping in Green's main base. And I like the army composition of Pink and of Purple. Like, it's a bit easier with undead, I would say, than it is with, for example, human, where a unit like tanks or gyros is poison in this mode, where they will always deal damage to your ally if, I mean, at least if your ally has air units. So, yeah, AoE damage, very, very tricky in the Preteam mode.
Oh yeah. Well, we slaughter a lot of peasants. We get a counter go. Pink purple very strong, easy win. Well, so far so good. Blue is defending, oh not like defending, is attacking this expansion and takes the one additional gold mine that green had away from him.
Yeah, and the observer here points it out. Red already at 5k gold, so way more than any other team combined. So definitely a decent bank. I would like to see Chimera Roosts soon. Okay, no, never mind. He has Chimera Roosts here. Not sure if I like the position of those Chimera Roosts. I feel he should have built them in the corner instead of there, but maybe it's fine. And it seems that is now Green's death here.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I mean, it's funny that blue and red are always attacking separately, it feels. I mean, why is blue here? Like,
I think he just portaled after getting the expo.
I mean, coordinating is really like super hard in this mode, but at least, I mean, I think it's harder if you defend. I think when you attack, it's not that hard, because you can just point out the main base you want to go to, right? So.
Alright, next attack by blue, but very limited forces. Pink and purple, both in upkeep. Human main base wiped out, almost off the map. Just yellow was left with, you know, as you said, the chimeras and a relatively strong army. But also the expo taken away now. Very strong game by pink and purple, maneuvering in a good position so far, but the red player close to 7k and nobody's attacking his gold mines.
Yeah, really strong game here. And I feel the green orc is just under attack for like 20 minutes now.
Yep.
And ultimately, I don't think we'll be able to stay in this, but it's putting out a punch here for sure. But I just think it's way too much. Has no more expansion here, has no more gold almost. And I think if red and blue want to kill them, they definitely can. Maybe at this point they're just toming them to, like, toming in FFA. There's sometimes I use this FFA terminology, but not every viewer may know all these terms. So toming in FFA is if you use someone as your tome of XP. An item long forgotten, but
Thankfully, but you can make a player an item and play with it. That's totally fine. Archmage goes down, and blue yet another attack here. Teal once again not really in a position to help as he's fighting red, who is a lot stronger than he is. Keeper entangled. Taste your poison, old man. There we go. And now slowly but steady, also the yellow expansion has been taken out.
yeah, something just to point it out. Of course, in regular Team FFA games, you are not defeated if one of the two players has no more buildings. But in this mode, of course, a player is defeated as normal if they don't have any buildings left. So it's pretty important to like keep something alive, and no matter how healthy your ally is, if you have no more buildings, like, you're out. And in this mode we had games where sometimes like one player was targeted, and that led to that player being dropped basically. Yeah, and of course it's in some matches where you have completely chaotic spawns, which here isn't the case. Apart from red and blue, everyone spawned next to their allies. I would say in this constellation here, it's more difficult to rebuild because you have no ally cross map that you can go to.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, that's a disadvantage of the push here by yellow and orange. You, like, we had games where some allies disguised who they are with by simply not attacking and just, and sometimes even pretending to fight each other. But of course, that isn't really possible if you rush together.
Oh man, not looking better. This seems to be a pretty snowbally game, so far at least. Little bit of a counter push, forces a TP, but doing lots of damage in the process. Purple still doing damage. And teal and green, they can't catch a breath, man. The north belongs to red and blue, the south belongs to pink and purple, and that seems to be it. That seems to be the late game setup.
Yeah, and of course, it could quickly turn into 2v2 here if yeah, I mean teal and green, as you say, I would say are as dead as those the yellow-orange team, and I mean ideally I would say for like the flow of the game, one team is way more dead than the other team, so you can finish one team off and then you have like this three-way game with three teams. In this match here, we'll see. But oh, we see an attack here of pink on red. Very interesting. I haven't read chat for a while in this game, but I think they were pointing out that red has a lot of expos. So this is great for us here because yellow is still in the game, being chased by purple though. And also teal is still in this, and green too. So this is good for us, I would say.
All right, we have a fight on the left-hand side. Well, fight is just one player running away. And slowly but steady, they are forming an alliance against pink and purple. Yeah,
and pink and purple, like purple has a lot of gold, most gold actually, with 7k. But pink, who I can tell you is a player mainly known for his one-on-one plays and not for FFA, is playing as such and just going into high upkeep, not hoarding any gold. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got an idea who that is. Maybe his birthday today.
That I can't tell you.
Okay. I mean, you have one big one-on-one player here that has not much FFA experience, that is an undead, that we were pretty curious about when the team draft happened, and that would be Krav.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I'm actually, yeah. I'm not 100% sure if it is him. So I can check in a bit.
Okay. Yeah, he likes the Crypt Lord as well. That would make sense. He likes the Frost Worms. He likes to expand a lot. It's all quite fitting.
Yeah, and he needs a lot of endurance here to finish off a team entirely. This map is huge, and and green is out. So it seems teal is also out.
Yeah, there's not much left.
I thought they had I don't know, escaped with a wisp somewhere, but it seems not. This is good because it seems, I mean, I would say orange has a long way back, and also he's, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say orange is in a great position. I mean, he has an expo, so I guess it could be worse. But yeah, let's see. I mean, blue has not that much, right? I mean, blue has 80 supply, but doesn't look like a huge army here in the center. And the army of pink and purple especially if they manage to join forces at some stage, is super scary. And yeah, nicely fouled back here by red.
Oh, yellow was attacking his teammate. Whoopsie. Yeah, that seems like the plan now. I mean, orange and yellow, they basically have nothing left either, but they can even things out a little bit. Otherwise, we do have the 2-on-2. Feels like they need a little bit of time to coordinate. Constant pokes by this Archmage, who of course wants some experience as well. There's a little attack again. Fiends also super rare to see in FFA. Let's see if they have longevity. Both blue heroes. Oops! One
yeah,
was
that was a bit greedy here by blue to fly in against Fiends with his air units. And now red is coming, but might be...
a bit too late. Yeah, okay, so we have Tiesiok was one of the players in green. Out already.
It was... Let me check. I'm confused. Too many elves too. That doesn't make it easier here.
Too many elves everywhere, HighTac.
Yeah, I can tell you. I'm totally
big attack. Doesn't matter right now. We have a huge fight. Nasty Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. No chance. Oh boy, does he need help right now with all the bats. That would be the perfect defense.
I mean, those bats have to survive for now. Otherwise, could become scary here. But yeah, we see. I mean, blue is not the biggest help here, right? I mean, blue is. It's super tricky position to fight, and keep in mind they have no shared vision. So the chaos. Oh, the batting.
Bats! Oh wow!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Stop the bats. DK down. And does he have a second TP? No. So that's super scary. There's no TP here. He has to buy one in the shop, I guess, rather soonish.
Okay.
Because this, I mean, can they fight this? They have a lot of anti-air, but only like tier 1 ground units here.
Purple's TC also dead. Lich trying to rush to the shop. I hope he has gold for it, but in FFA usually you do. Oh, Lich dies as well. So the Krypton is the one with the TP. Tranquility.
Oh, down too. So this was a huge fight for the northern team here. And yeah, with those chimeras, you can easily kill off a main base too. So need way more bats here. And yeah, Fiends against double elf, double chimera, I would say is not the best unit. But if we look at Pink's main base, I'm not sure if, considering it might be Craft, I'm not sure if he has prepared for like mass guards. Doesn't look like it.
No, in general, his base is really small for FFA standards.
Yeah, he has some expos, which I guess is a good start, but don't see them defending this. Even blue now is able to kill off a lot of buildings, and if I mean, purple has a team of bats ready here, so I guess we'll use it in a second.
And it has to, man. Red and blue, they're wiping the floor. Bats coming in. Oh, there was a big connection. And another. Yeah. And another. Okay, bye-bye, chimps. Dark Ranger also bye-bye.
Yeah, good batting here, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Even if, I mean, red is not here, but red is now joining the fight west here with new chimeras. And red has still 10k gold and blue is up to 5k gold, while purple and pink they have some gold, but I don't think they have enough here. Is yellow and orange, is this team capable to make the comeback of a century here.
Hey, they have 40 supply, dude. I don't know if that's the greatest force I've ever witnessed. Shadowhunter barely survives. But at least the worms are back, trying to hero focus a little bit. Panda 6, Keeper 6, Autumn about to be 6. But doesn't see a chance fighting here, and why would he? Everything safe, nicely done, but Purple is also still alive. But in the meantime, Red is in the base, the pink one. Wasn't there a base just a second ago?
Yeah, the Chimera's kill bases so quickly. Yeah.
Thank you, 4th Age, for the 22-month resub. Worms in trouble, getting caught by the Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, everything burns. Cryptlord, of course, useless in this mass air fight, like providing absolutely nothing but some auto attacks.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to... I think I found out at least some of the players here. So Pink is Graf, indeed, playing with Shave. So this is the team... Harmless Sims that is leading the event right now. So
out,
and he's out, and that seems to be the game here. So a very quick one. Yeah, can spiral out of control very quickly. We saw that. And let me quickly find out the other players. It seems that Red and Blue are Neutron and Dice.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I still need to validate that. But it seems, yeah, Neutron and Dice seem to be the winning team here. So second win for that the Nobody Cares Bro team. So who else was in this? I think it was quickly Kavaki and Trump. I think it was the team that died first, but not 100% sure. And then last but not least, we had Kiezo G and Atoll in this too. So quite a stacked game, actually. But yeah, eventually Red, too big of a bank here early on. They played it really solid. So that was... Oh, that was 33 minutes of chaos.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice relentless attacks against Tiesiok in the beginning. Never let him go, never let him expand. And expand themselves like 4 to 5 times. Build a huge bank, build a huge army, and then steamroll absolutely everyone. As there was no teaming against them, no teaming against Pink and Purple. Pretty straight up. But yeah, absolute chaos, non-stop fighting. More of this, please.